You know, I learned that if you get a guitar, right, and you kind of hold it like this, then you hold it like this, and you kind of almost sounds like you know what you're doing. Yeah, the Beatles. Greetings, I'm Nebular Chase Nebular here to talk about the 2007 jukebox musical Across the Universe. There we go. Look at that beautiful poster. It is directed by Julie Taymor. She also helped write it, along with Dick Clement and Ian Furnaz. Well, they're all here. Here they are. But here, starring in this movie, we have Jim Sturgess. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, nor do I know if I'm in frame or if my hand's in frame. But Jim Sturgess, let me get my other hand. Joe Anderson, and Evan Rachel Wood. They're the whole cast of people in this film, but those are the three main people. Mainly Sturgess. So, quick synopsis of the film is the movie starts off. We follow a man named Jude. Get it, Jude? Get it? Do you get it? Do you get the reference? Get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? The movie follows a man named Jude who goes over to America to look for his father, who he believes is a professor of Princeton. Turns out he's just a janitor. A little disappointing there, but hey, your dad's there and he's alive. But Jude doesn't care. So Jude at that point meets a man named Max. Get it? Get it? Max? Get it? Get the references? His name's Max. Max, you get it? He meets Max. They become friends. They sing. They sing together. Have drinks together. They smoke the invisible wacky tobacco together. They have a great time. He meets Lucy. Get it? Do you get it? Lucy? Do you get the reference? Get it? Oh, Joe's gotta know it so quick. Where she meets Lucy, instantly falls in love with her. Because how do you not fall in love with your best friend's younger sister? Yeah, they become friends. They move over to New York. They start a life in New York. They meet a woman named Sadie. Get it? Get it? Do you get it? They live with her, and you meet a bunch of other characters. Basically, it goes on to the misadventures in the 60s. 60s. But yeah, so that's the basic story of it, and it runs in with a lot of things that were happening during the 60s, like the Vietnam War and the draft, dying in the army, being a lesbian, all the popular 60s topics. I like this movie a lot. I love listening to the music. I think everything they do visually is beautiful and gorgeous. Scenes really pop out, the dancing numbers, the idea of getting a musical and getting a Broadway musical director is perfect, and especially with her, she has such a vision. I've never seen the movie Frida. I've only seen clips of it, and even then you can see how, obviously it's the same person who made them, but both just visually is so beautiful and pleasing and very artistically. That sentence is gone. It's just very artistic, is what I meant to say. But yeah, those scenes, they're just so good, and the music, the way they play with the music in this movie is phenomenal. It starts off with a scene with Lucy at the prom, and it shows kind of where Jude and Lucy are in their lives and what different worlds they really come from. Lucy from this upper class, wherever the hell Princeton is, this upper class thing. Her is so nice and formal, and they're saying "Hold Me Tight," which is a song I didn't know existed until I watched this movie, and I love it. It's one of my favorites now. But with Jude back in Liverpool in the what's it called, the Cavern. Which, by the way, if you're a Beatles fan, this whole movie is just oh, 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 it's just references back and forth, the famous Cavern bar where they played all the time. Yeah, and like I said, the way they play with the music, they do it perfectly. I don't know how else to say it than that. The "I Want You" scene, using a song about lust and sinfulness and sexualness. Well, not sinfulness. Well, yeah, sinful. Whatever. Yeah, but using a song about lust to describe how the army literally looked at young men of that generation, going, "Well, I want you. I want you bad." That's so perfect. While also at the same time still using the song of its original intent of lust between Sadie. Oh my God, what is his name? Jojo. His name was Jojo. That was the guy, the guitarist of Sadie's band. By the way, Jojo, did you get it? Did you get it? The other prime example of music being used correctly is with Prudence. Do you get the reference? Yeah, Prudence, they use the song "I Want to Hold Your Hand" to show that she in fact is a lesbian woman, which is cool for the 60s. I didn't know gay people existed back then. We all learned something new. One of my main issues with this movie is that the movie is very beautiful, but I feel like it's too long. I feel like you can cut a good 20, maybe even 30 minutes. No, that's a lot. 30 minutes is a lot. Maybe like a good 15 minutes. I feel like you can cut. As much as I like a lot of the songs that are in this movie, they don't all have to be here. Like Mono pops out, which is cool, I guess, and he does my "I Am the Walrus," which is actually my favorite Beatles song. "I Am the Walrus" is my favorite song. Who cares? But it's in it, and it's cool when I get why it's in there. It's meant to use to show the psychedelic movement during the 60s, just like the Beatles themselves, were going through it. And I get that part, but then it goes into the benefit of Mr. Kite, which, cool, I guess. Visually, it's beautiful, and it looks cool, and it's very, I don't know, like, I love that scene. It's one of my favorite scenes in the movie. But as a whole, it doesn't have to be there. Like, it didn't really add to the story. It didn't really, I mean, I guess it does for, like, Prudence, where, she disappears and she comes back, and they're like, oh, there she was, and then she's gone again. I don't know. I feel like Prudence was a very wasted character in this movie, because I thought her story of, like, wanting to run away, trying to find herself, seeing her crushes and all that. I thought there was more story that could have been told there, especially she was the youngest of the group, from my understanding. And it kind of never went anywhere, but she's always in the movie, even in the end. Which is a good example that I see a couple of people talk about, that the ending is sort of, I mean, it's good. It's good. Hey, nice little bow and everything. Everyone's together. Everyone's in love. All you need, in fact, from my understanding, from the message I heard from Four Men, is that all you need, in fact, is love. But because of that, we skip a lot of story. Jojo and Sadie argue and they fight. They use "Oh Darling" to show that fight between them. But the point is, like, they fight, they break up, they go do their own thing. Jojo's with Jude being like, go get the girl, whatever. And then there's not really any. It gets resolved off screen. Like, so when they're on the roof, now they're back together, and he's like, oh, it's good to be back. And I'm like, well, that's cool. Same thing with Prudence. Prudence disappears, gone for a majority of the movie, and she's back at the end. And it's not, once again, not necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't take too much away from the main story, which is Jude and his love for Lucy. Which, by the way, Jude, he's got that dog. Leaves his girl. Tells her, I love you, I will write you every day. Meets another woman. Who? and then he's like, oh, I like your sister. It's like, she's got a boyfriend. That's fine. I got a girlfriend. God damn, Jude. Overall, I like this movie a lot. I think it's really good. And I think it's worth a watch to any of those who do like musicals. If you like the Beatles. But, like, if you really enjoy, like, something different, visually appealing, this is kind of the movie to watch. It's not the perfect movie. There's a lot of flaws to it. I also do feel like that it does drag in places and kind of gets a bit boring in places. There are parts where it just feels like, hey, we have the Beatles catalog, let's use as much as we can. Which, honestly, you tell me I can make a movie with all the Beatles music? Yes, sir. I would do the exact same thing. Because there's just some parts where just like, here's one song. Hey, here's another one. Oh, shoot, hold on. Hold your horses. Here's another one. And there's no dialogue in between. There's no singing. It's just, it kind of feels like music videos spliced together. And once again, they look fantastic and they're visually appealing, and it's hard to look away. But then you get a part near the end where Lucy starts singing Blackbird, and they're all just kind of looking at the distance like, that blackbird is singing in the dead of night. Yeah, and there was just a couple of scenes like that really does feel like it drags out and kind of takes away. I don't know. It takes away, in my opinion, from the story, but it also the Beatles. But other than that, I recommend it to a lot of people. I think I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, if you watch this, you enjoy this, let me know. Do you like Across the Universe? I love the Across the Universe. I think, once again, big Beatles fan. I will always enjoy this movie. Now, on to the best part. I forgot to mention this last one. I am making like a rankings list. Bam, here it is. I did Lamb last time and I forgot to talk about it. Anyways, let's go ahead and spin that wheel. Yeah. Look at it go. It spins. I don't know how long to do this because I recorded beforehand. Anyways, yeah. Bam! Irreversible. I don't know what that is. Oh. Okay, I do know this movie. Yeah, I've never seen this. Alright, so what you all need to understand about my wheel here is that these aren't like movies that I picked where like, yeah, this would be great to talk about on a video. No, I've had this wheel for like a long time that I update sometimes. Sometimes I'll use it, sometimes I won't. And it's just so I can just watch a movie, maybe rewatch it. And for this one, I do remember this one because it was an Instagram reel where it was like, oh, you can only watch this movie once. Look what these people said leaving the Cannes movie festival, I think it was. And it was like the one director, like, despicable. That man should go to jail. And I was like, all right, let's see what's going on. So yeah, we'll be talking about a reversible. I have no idea what it's about. Apparently it's something that was quite disgusting. So I'm very interested to see what's going on. If it's too gross and I have nothing to say about it or don't want to talk about it, I'll watch a different movie. But until then, yeah, peace.